What's up, team? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Austin Silver. We are going to get into the live trade recap here on GbpCad this morning. This is my second entry here on Friday, October 25th. Before we get into the trade recap, before we go into the details of this trade, what I liked, what I didn't like, all that fun stuff, do me a favor, hit the red subscribe button below me, join the team, join the family. That way you don't miss any of my future trading videos as well. So here you can see I'm up about 7 pips now. I do have my stop loss locked in profit, and I have taken a good chunk of this trade off in profit. Like I said, this is the second entry that I took this morning. First, if we flip over to TradingView, I was short in this huge candle here that pushed down off the 21 EMA, off the 50 EMA at about 330. I was short right before the candle closed because I liked that it was breaking for a new low of day. I thought that was going to send us lower. EMAs were coming into a downtrend. We had a strong downward push yesterday. I thought we were going to see another downward push right there. So I wanted to be involved. So I hopped in there and ended up getting stopped out about 30 minutes later. Following the rules though, you got to keep good stops, right, that follow the rules of your entry system. So I take the loss and just stay focused looking for a re-entry. And it presented pretty quickly because I still think this is going to move lower. That's why I'm still short. So in the initial break after the first entry, I saw it coming off the 50 EMA and I liked the risk reward potential, so I wanted to get back in. Took the second entry, and now as you can see, we've retested the low of day and now we're bouncing back. It's basically been trading between the Asia low and the low of day for the last hour and a half. So the first entry I think was solid. You got to take good breakouts like this. It's a really good looking TDI. EMAs are really good. You have the downward move yesterday. That makes sense to me. I think part of the reason it pulled back is because that was our first break of the Asian range. Very often, and I talked about this earlier in the week with one of our other trades. I don't remember specifically which one, but I know I mentioned it. So if you watch the previous recaps, you'll see it. The initial break out of the Asian range, which is the trading range of the first 8 hours, the initial break sometimes does pull back before continuing the full move, and it normally hits the 50 EMA. So when it came back to the 50, I took the loss, but I was very willing to just say, all right, that's fine. I'm looking for a better price. I want to get an entry higher so I can make money if it retests that low that it's set here. Because it looks like it's bouncing off yesterday's low, right? We do have this ascending trend line confirmed with the RSI, which is good because then we don't have divergence on the bottom. But at the same time, we know that this price is clearly an issue to break. It's 67.53. But if we can break 67.53, I think you're going to see this thing push down really nicely. It could reach all the way to 67 flat, 67.05. That's where I have my take profit set right now on the second position that I have. So again, took the first position, take the loss, keep looking for good entries. Don't miss re-entries, right? Because you don't care about losses. I was in with very small risk, so it didn't affect me mentally at all, right? Found the re-entry, and now we're being patient in this entry as it develops. So it's 6:05. I'm just coming on here because I'm just kind of waking up this morning. I didn't want to do it when I was like half asleep. So I'm waking up. I wanted to update you guys on what I'm seeing. So we're going to give this trade time. As you can see, it's still holding the 8 EMA, and that's what I'm telling everybody in the VIP chat. We're still holding the 8. I still think we have potential to move down, but I did want to take some off to start to cover back that loss and still make sure I end the week profitable. It's been a very choppy week, so I don't want to give back any money either, and that's why I locked the stop in profit. So can't lose any more money here on this trade, but we can definitely make some more. I'll keep you posted if I get stopped in profit or if it continues to come lower. All right, right there, guys, it is 6:11. We are getting a nice pullback from GCAD, so I got bumped in profit. Not bad today between the two entries. I'm glad that I was able to get back in and make some of the money back, basically leaving me at break even right now. I am going to keep my eye on everything, see if I can find a re-entry. I'm not going to force anything because I don't want to give any more money back, but I'm going to keep looking. If I find anything, I'll let you guys know. If I don't, I'll probably come back on and just wrap this whole trade up for you guys as the morning develops. We get more action here for us to analyze. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you checking it out. It's been a choppy week overall. I think this is basically what you'd expect to see at the end of a choppy week, right? A choppy trade here. So remember, like I explained, I was short initially here at like 167.70. Got stopped on the first position, got back in with the same size, and I've basically almost covered the entire thing with this second push down, testing the low of day set here, and then of course when it bounced back up, it stopped me out in profit. So that's where we're sitting right now at 6:15. Keep my eye on everything, maybe start looking around at other pairs, see if there's anything else moving, and I'll keep you guys posted. All right, guys, it is 6:24. I'm back in the trade short. I'm glad that I got stopped in profit because it did pull back pretty hard, but I like what it's doing. It's holding the 21 EMA. You can see I'm up a few pips here. If we flip to TradingView, you can see we're now headed down towards that trend line again, down towards the low of day, hopefully looking to break here, hopefully looking to see the RSI push under the trend line, push under the market sentiment line, hopefully looking to clear 67.55. We clear 67.55, I think this thing goes down all the way to 67 flat, like I said, maybe lower. ADR is lower. ADR is all the way down here, 66.55, another 50 pips lower. So you can see we're getting some juice now. 4 minutes, 48 seconds left in this candle. If you go to the 5-minute chart, what I really liked here was the retest to the 50 EMA. It came up to the 50, tried to break, couldn't. That's where I got short the first time, came back, stopped me in profit, holds that same level, didn't break. It broke with one candle, came right back down, and now I think we're going to continue to push down. TDI looks like it has space to move lower here. We just need to break this low a day price. You can see it's pinning it right now. So we got 4.5 minutes left on this candle. I am short for the third time today, looking to make some money here, looking to make the day even more profitable. So I'll check back in with you guys in a few minutes. I'll let you know how this trade plays out, and hopefully we can see it push down towards 67.05, maybe even 67 flat. All right, guys, it is 7:17. As you can see, we are up just about 10 pips here in the third entry. So things are moving well for us. We just closed for another new low of day here. I really liked this candle, and I want to explain to you why. So you see I have this horizontal box going across the screen. If we go to the 5-minute, that's drawn off the initial low of day, off that first push down. And you can see we broke through that zone really well with this falling TDI that I love, and now we're retesting it. Not only retesting the zone, but also retesting that trend line, the same trend line that I showed you was drawn from yesterday's low into today's initial low. RSI is now underneath it, as you can see. Price action is underneath it. That's great. Now we just see a confirmation test, reconfirm, and move lower off of that. So things look good. I wanted to just pop in, show you we're up about 10. Things are developing in the way we'd like them to, holding the 8 EMA, so we want to give it time. 7:18, I'll pop back on in a little bit. All right, guys, it's been a while. It is now 8:28, almost 8:30 here. As you can see, we are pushing for another new low of day. Finally, getting this breakout that we've been looking for. So since my third entry, we had a break for a new low of day. Remember, I came in, I told you I liked that candle. We retested a little higher than I would have thought, but we never broke the 8 EMA. So I've still been in the trade, still holding the trade. And I want to show you on the 1-minute, just really quickly, some divergence that I think is helping push this down. You can see the RSI falling from about 7:43 to 8 o'clock, but price action was rising right there, as you can see. So you have 1, 2, 3 hits to divergence there, breaks the 50 EMA, retest the 50, which is the blue line here, and now it's moving off of that. As this TDI is falling, I think that's going to take us lower. So I'm hoping that we're finally catching the move that we need here. We have 28 seconds until 8:30, then we're going to head into New York session. As you can see, not a lot of news today at all. If I refresh Forex Factory, look. Nothing high impact, 10 a.m. We have some low impact US dollar news, but that's far away. Still have plenty of time until that. So I think this trade can continue to fall. No news in the way. We broke past yesterday's low. We're under the body of yesterday's low, so I like where we're at right now. I'm at least staying in this trade for another 15 minutes. So I'll keep you posted. Thanks for being here with me as always. Let's see how this thing plays out. All right, guys, it is 8:55. As you can see, my stop is now locked in profit on the third entry here. I am now about 50% out of the trade, profitable on the day, even after the first loss. Sticking with this here proved to be the winner. So you guys remember, just looking back at the 15-minute, we were in up here at 67, what was the best price? 67.83 off the 50 EMA for the second entry. That one got stopped in profit after I took a good piece of it off here at the low of day. We then got back in after it held the 21 EMA and still showed signs that it had potential to push lower. That was the third entry. That was the one that I'm now 50% out of with my stop here locked in profit. So a really nice day here to end the week. It was a choppy week. This pair could have chopped us around, but because I stayed focused on the rules, traded good entries, yeah, I did take a loss, but I got 2 winners in the bag after it because I stayed focused. By finding good entries, you're going to easily be able to recover quick losses like that. So I'm proud of myself. I think that this is a good day to bounce back from the previous trade recap you guys saw yesterday. Choppy on Euro JPY, barely made it out profitable there. So now coming in today, 3 entries again today. It's 2 days in a row, but coming in today, being profitable with this one feels really good. It's a really good way to end the week. And I'm headed out to Charleston actually with Riley from Sunday to Wednesday. So we're going away. This is a good trade to take into the vacation. So I'm not done with it. We've got 4 minutes till 9 o'clock. If I go back to MetaTrader, you can see I'm up 26 now. So we still have about 50% of the trade on, and we're going to let it rip. See if it'll go all the way as far as I thought, 167.05, and I'll come back on and circle the whole trade up with you at the end. All right, guys, it's 10:37. We are going to just wrap up the trade here for you real quick. So you remember the first entry was here, 3:45 in the morning on the break for a new low of day. That entry quickly, 30 minutes later, was stopped out. So you take the stop, and you can see it on my P&L above my head. You take the stop, you look for solid re-entries. We found one here that ended up putting about 17 pips in my pocket, got stopped in profit as it pulled back to the 50, but I stayed focused and found the re-entry signal, the third entry signal, at 6:30 in the morning. And that was our solid break. As you can see, it moved to the downside from the entry at most 35 pips. I got 29, I think, out of the best position, maybe a little bit more than that. So really solid read for me. I'm proud of myself there, and I think that you can only point to the fact that I stayed focused on the rules. I didn't go onto other pairs looking for ideas. I didn't go look onto the shorter time frames. I just stayed right here because I know what the EMAs could tell me, and I know what the EMAs are telling me, that it's short biased. I know the TDI is telling me as well that it's short biased, so we're going to stay in that direction, and that's how we got paid today. You can see it broke the trend line, retested, pushed, retested again here as it stopped me in profit, and now is moving down again. I think that by the end of the day, you'll probably see this come closer to 167 flat, but I'm happy with the winner. Good risk reward on all of my setups here today, so it's a good way to end the week. I'm out to Charleston when we leave it, not tomorrow, Sunday morning, so I will be showing you guys some cool stuff from there, doing a Q&A video from there. You guys can make sure you check that out on the channel. And if you enjoyed today's trade recap, if you enjoyed seeing me fight my way through GbpCad this morning from 3 o'clock all the way now till 11 o'clock, as you can see, look, pushing for another new low a day right here at the end of the video. If you enjoyed the recap, do me a favor, just subscribe, give me a big thumbs up as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next trade recap.